Hey everybody, do you like good Southern buttermilk biscuits? Let me show you how to make them. They're really easy and they only take 3 ingredients: flour, buttermilk, and real butter. You take the butter and divide it up like this. Real simple. Make sure it's nice and cold, and then you want to get a big bowl and put 2 cups of self-rising flour. Add the butter. You get your pastry cutter and cut that butter in just like this. You just kind of work it in like this until it gets crumbly. It's simple. Next, get something to stir with. I'm just going to use this wooden spoon. Make a little well in the center, and then get your buttermilk and gently pour it in. So all we have is butter, buttermilk, and flour. You want to be very gentle and just kind of let that milk absorb. You don't want to stir it too much, too hard. You can see I'm just easily turning it over and giving that buttermilk time to absorb. Simple, simple, simple. Gentle, very gentle. That's what you want to do. I tell you what, I love biscuits, and there's not too many things I don't like with a biscuit. But these are really easy if you get the hang of them. I'm just trying to let the moisture that's in the dough pick up the rest of the flour in the bowl. You notice I'm not stirring it very vigorously, just kind of turning it over. It's going to make a very moist dough ball, but gentleness is the key here. And you're going to get your hands into it, so just don't worry about that. Make sure you wash your hands beforehand. Mine are nice and clean. And then grab yourself a piece of wax paper and lay it down and put some flour on it. This just kind of makes everything a little easier, especially afterwards. The cleanup is easier this way. Use that same self-rising flour. Get a good generous amount out there on your wax paper. And then you want to gently, how many times have I said gently? Gently turn that dough out on your paper. We're going to start working this. And if there's any residual flour, just let it go on top, because it's very, very wet dough. In fact, we're going to need to put some more on top. And even that flour on the paper, we want to get that incorporated in. So we'll fold it up like this and press that into the dough and get that flour all in there. In fact, I like to use the wax paper to help me in this process. Kind of press it out, and you can see and feel where it's wet, and you add a little more flour. Just like that. Pat it down. And we use that paper to turn that dough over. This makes layers. Turn it the other way. Oh, once you learn how to do this, you won't want any of those canned biscuits. These are so much better. And it's so easy, really. Only 3 ingredients. Who knew it was so simple? Turn this the other way. Use that paper to fold it over. And the dough between the layers for the flour is still very moist and still very wet. And so I'm trying to kind of keep that. I want layers that are floured and layers that are still moist. Just kind of work it and feel it and turn it. I don't use a rolling pin. I just like to press it with my hands. Now we'll just press this out because it's just about right. I don't want to overwork it, so I'm pushing it, gently pushing it out. Now I'll get my baking pan and that little bit of butter left over and use it to butter the pan. You like butter on your biscuits? Well, this is the way to do it. In them and on them. And then just get the cutter. I've got a 2 3/4 inch cutter, and you push straight down. You don't twist it, and take the biscuits out. There we go. There's 7, 8. Try not to waste any. 9. I think we can get one more maybe. Press it down, cut it out. 10. And there's not much dough left. There you go, 10 biscuits. Now I've preheated my oven to 450 degrees. And so all we need to do is pop it in, about the middle rack, I guess. And let that bake for 15 minutes or so. You just kind of have to watch them. You want them lightly brown. They'll rise up. And this is what you come out with. Oh, they're beautiful. They smell great. Look at that, nice and golden brown on the bottom. When you pull them, they should just separate. They're soft and moist, fluffy. I guess there's different ways to make biscuits, and everyone has their favorite, and this is the way I like mine. Watch. Oh, yeah, that is great. What do you like on your biscuits? These are steaming hot. You can put anything. How about a little honey? Some people like gravy, jelly, molasses. You can put anything on a good biscuit. Let's take a taste. Wonderful. I don't know how else to show you how wonderful these biscuits are. Just look. How about the squeeze test? Just kind of squeeze it and it's soft and it springs back. They're done and they're flaky and they're moist, buttery. I don't know how you would determine the perfect biscuit, but these come very close in my opinion. Take a look. Well, they won't last long. Anyway, that's how I make biscuits. I appreciate you watching. I hope you have a great day, and I hope you give these biscuits a try. They're delicious. I know you'll like them. Thanks again. Take care. We'll see you next time. Bye now.